right, guys. Good morning. For those that might not know me, I'm Zach Padilla. I'm one of the service managers. So look forward to spending some time with you guys this morning. Hope you guys all enjoyed the quick video. So what we're going to be to do next is in a moment, I will be playing another 8-minute video. From here, I want you guys to make sure that you all have pen and paper, and I would ask you all to mute your mics at this point and really watch closely throughout this 8-minute video. Basically, what I want you guys to do is to write down 6 key distinctions on what you guys think this could benefit both you and the customer.
All right, everyone, just got done with my last service call. Looks like I got dispatched to my next one. So I'm going to go ahead and look at the information to see where I'm heading and let the customer know and give them a call. All right, everyone, so we're going to go ahead and hop into Titan and pull up our customer's information so that we can email and text them the link. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this so I can paste it into Zoom. Let's hit copy. And now from here, we want to jump into Zoom. So I keep both of the apps in the same folder. We're going to go ahead and start a new meeting. Start new meeting. Now it's going to ask for permission for internet audio and video usually. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and add our customer to the Zoom. We're going to send email. We're going to paste the customer's info right here. And we are going to send it off. From here, you also want to add a text link as well. So I'm going to go to send message, and then make sure you just have the number handy so that you can read it offhand. And now I'll go ahead and text that off as well. So from here, you're going to want to wait probably 2 to 3 minutes for the customer to jump in. And if for some reason they don't jump in right away, reach out, give them a call, and stay on the phone until they transfer over to the Zoom. And you guys should be all set. Hey, Brad, I'm exactly ready to get bumped there.
Nice to meet you, Zach. I'm Brad.
Yeah. Nice to meet you, Brad. So just wanted to get a game plan going with you real quick. Do you have a few minutes?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, awesome. So I just looked at my GPS and it says I'm exactly about 35 minutes away from your house.
Okay.
So good thing about that is that time's probably not going to change because there's no traffic. So that's awesome. Yeah. But
Strange times.
Yeah, absolutely. It's crazy. How are you guys holding up during this time?
You know, pretty good. I'm pretty digital with my work, and that works. And eating a lot of food, so I guess we're doing all right.
That's awesome. That's awesome that you're able to work from home like that. It's very cool. I didn't think I'd be doing this much plumbing via Zoom, but here we are.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So, have you noticed any positive outcomes during this?
I think that business is actually we're getting smarter about how we do business, and so we're really seeing that we're learning a lot because we're being forced into a new circumstance, and it's really beneficial long term.
Very cool. Yeah, I can definitely see that happening. Absolutely, man. On top of the pandemic, Brad, looks like your faucet died out on you. I'm sorry to hear that. What's going on with it?
What are the odds? Unbelievable. So yeah, my wife found it leaking. She went underneath and saw water was coming down. So I was able to shut the thing off, and so now we don't have a faucet.
Oh man, well I'm sorry to hear that. When it was working properly, what did you guys like about that faucet?
Not much. It was a pretty basic faucet, actually. We kind of envied other people's faucets, so might be a good time to consider something better.
Okay. Well, we can definitely get you some options. No doubt about that. One question, Brad, I would like to jump into is I have customers that range anywhere from a level 1 where, they're trying to give me hugs to anywhere to a level 10 where, they're high health risk. So one thing that we like to ask is, well, where do you find yourself falling in that spectrum?
I'm a 1. I think all this is ridiculous. Yeah. I don't believe any of it.
Yeah, I totally get that. I mean, who knows what's going on right now, and essentially what's true and what's not. So I feel you right there. The one thing that we will be doing is we will be following the CDC guidelines as far as the safety. So we will be wearing a mask. We will be wearing shoe covers throughout the call. We also will be wearing a fresh pair of gloves along with safety glasses. And the biggest thing that we will be doing is maintaining a safe social distance throughout the call. So if we do decide to do this, off of Zoom and in person, I will ask you to make sure that we maintain that social distance. If I do encroach on it, you must tell me and I will do the same. Does that sound like a plan?
Yeah, that's awesome. That makes sense.
Perfect. All right, Brad, some of our customers prefer to utilize Zoom right now throughout this time. So they can actually be at some point of the home and be closed off and let us do the work remotely. Is that something that you prefer?
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm good. I'll just let you in. It'll be fine. We'll just maintain your 6 foot social distancing. I'm totally comfortable with that.
That sounds perfect, Brad. I appreciate that.
All right, cool.
Thanks.
So I hope you guys were able to get some key distinctions down from there. In a moment, we're all going to be going out into breakout rooms where we will discuss your top 3 takeaways. So make sure you have those ready. Please be mindful not to keep me answers so that we can come up with some fresh ideas and have the group share complete thoughts. You guys will have 5 minutes to do so. The breakout room will have a scribe and a group leader, and that person will be the newest employee. So you guys will have roughly about a minute per person. Go ahead and share these and be prepared to share once we get back in the main room. We'll see you guys shortly. Awesome, guys. Well, thank you. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to pick 6 tiers. If you guys wouldn't mind, just put your hand up that you're your group leader, and we're going to go ahead and share your key takeaways that you guys took from your group. So the group leader and scribe, which is going to be the newest employee. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to start off with Jason Rodriguez, and then go Ricky, and then Zach. Take about 45 seconds to discuss.
So on our end, we're in agreement that with the virtual greeting, you're able to get to know a lot about the issue before even setting foot in the home, and also help gauge the customer's concern with the whole virus, how concerned they are with getting infected, but also letting them know at the same time, regardless, we're going to be protecting ourselves.
Awesome. That's beautiful. Thank you. Let's go ahead. Ricky, we'll hit you next.
Okay, so asking the customer up front, what are the positive outcomes that they've seen from this, and just changing that mindset from complaining about everything that's happening to putting them in a more, open mindset, and that feeling of abundance. And then when you asked them what, on a scale of 1 to 10, where they are, regardless of what the answer was, you just accepted that answer, and then establish those boundaries. We don't have to get into a dialogue and a debate on where they are or if they're a believer or not. You just rolled with it, and then gave them those CDC guidelines, which I thought was a good approach.
Very cool. Thank you. Let's go ahead, Zach.
All right, so there's a few things we came across, mostly in regards to HVAC. So kind of pivot off of what Jason was saying as far as gauging the level of concern or urgency for the customer on the call. Being able to do the video chat's a lot more personable. It sets the tone and expectations for the call, and it gives a chance for small talk, which is one of the big things, part of our process, being able to kind of get to know the customer. So that's kind of a given.
Perfect. Thank you. All right, let's go ahead. We'll get some plumbers takes now. Let's go ahead, Michael. Or sorry, you weren't the scribe, Michael. Can you guys raise your hand that we're still scribes? Anthony, we got any? All right, we got Tyler. Let's go, Tyler, and then Mike. And then who's going to finish this off? Tyler, Mike, and let's do Tim Anthony.
Well, my biggest takeaways were kind of like the other guys were saying, setting that scale and wondering where they're at as far as being scared. Or as far as y'all's video go, Brad said 1, but if the customer says a 10, using Zoom is a good platform for them to be able to give you a quick video layout of how the house is setting, and then open the front door and turn it over to you and isolate themselves into a room. Also, I know we were talking about in our meetings last week that Zoom's a good platform for you can screen share, and you can also you can go to a whiteboard mode and get signatures and stuff like that through Zoom. So I know that's going to be helpful as we go about this. But the coolest takeaways, like everybody else was saying, is knowing where they're at on a 1 to 10 scale, and then setting the guidelines. There's no bickering about it. We're setting it up for us to come in and be safe. So even if they are at a 1, we let them know straight off the bat that we're going to follow the guidelines. We're going to maintain that 6 foot. We do it over video. That way, if they try to overstep their boundaries, there's no way for them to, because it's all virtual. So that's kind of what we took away from it.
Awesome. Thank you, Tyler.
Yep.
All right, go ahead, Mike. Hey, Mike, sorry, you're muted still. There you go.
All right, hear me now?
Yes, sir.
So we were talking about the scale from 1 to 10, and I found what was interesting is that if the customer says that they're either a 1 or a 2, Keith had mentioned that, we were going to go ahead and treat it as if it was a 10. So, just to keep keep you safe. And the positive outcome during all that, what's going on. And then the social distancing is very important. And then one thing that I brought up was eventually at some point in time, we're going to be having to go to these homes that people are actually either been in contact with someone or they are infected. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to a call tomorrow that the tenants had contact with someone that has corona. But what we're doing is we're actually going to be going up on the roof. So we're not going to be entering the house. We're not going to be talking. We've already worked everything out yesterday as far as how we're going to proceed, to keep everybody safe.
Awesome. Those are great takeaways. Thank you, Mike. All right, Tim, we'll go ahead and wrap us up.
So we had hitting a positive note. Make sure you're sending a text via Zoom. Didn't know you could do that. And then we had a concern from the installer side, not really a concern, but that it's hard to really do any of the procedures because there've already been, 2 to 3 people in the house before they even get there. So everybody's used to it. So just a way to Zoom them and get them to slow down and make sure that they're still following the safety procedures before they get there, because their comfort level can begin to drop before they get there. Because the one guy was saying, they're like, come in. All right, go get started. I'm going to go do my thing.
Gotcha.
And not really getting a chance to make sure we're still following the guidelines with them.
Sure. Very cool. Yeah, once that customer gets comfortable, this is going to really set the precedence for, especially when you're in multiple trips where you have the sales, the tester, then the install. You guys are going to, it might seem a little repetitive, but it'll, the customer like, oh man, these guys are serious. So very cool. Thank you guys. So awesome. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is please make sure you guys have that pen and paper still available. I'm going to go ahead and show you individually what I'm wanting to accomplish here. So you guys might have all seen this before, but I would like you to draw out set the agenda box that we use for our standard greet. So go ahead and draw the line down there, split it into 6 sections like such. Sorry guys, I don't know if you can see that quite. Trying to get it in the camera. Perfect. And then go ahead and number it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 like such. I'll give you guys, 20, 30 seconds to wrap that up. Okay, So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to individually show you these boxes, and we're going to go over them, and just please go ahead and write them down word for word to the best of your ability. And from there, we're going to go ahead and model each one individually and just kind of explain the whys behind them. I'll give you guys about 45 seconds to write these down, and then we'll quick conversation about them. So the creative game plan is just having a quick bond with the customer, giving them an estimated time, saying, hey, I'm 30 minutes out, and just having a light joke right here, just kind of having a great quick customer connection so they can physically see your face as well and know who they're know who's going to be coming out, because once we're out there, we're going to have masks on, and we really want to get some good face time with the customer. So that's the game plan about this, is just saying, hey, do you have a quick second? We're going to go ahead and just go over what we're going to be doing. So just a brief conversation. And then we're going to go ahead and roll into box number 2. So if you guys can go ahead and jot this one down as well. And when you're done, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, please. Cool. So number 2 box is personal check-in. How are you guys doing with all this? Just asking a genuine question about how people are holding up. Some people things might not have changed for them. A lot of people, work from home as it is. And some people might have a negative thing to talk about it. Whether it's positive or negative in that first question, that's why we're asking the positive question after that, is just to reaffirm and bring in that kind of what Ricky had mentioned, the abundance portion of where, there's definitely some good that's come out of all this, and just highlighting that to get the customer and yourselves both on a positive upbeat. So we'll go ahead and go to number 3 now. Investigate the problem. So do the same thing here. Thumbs up when you guys are done.
Hey, Zach.
Yes, sir.
Optional, no more than 2 technical questions. Are you saying the technical questions, or what's the optional part?
So optional is just no more than 2 technical questions. So great question. So I see that I'm coming out to look at your faucet. Can you tell me about that? And then how old is it? And leave it at that. We don't want to diagnose over the phone.
All right, perfect.
And I know you guys might come up with some questions throughout this. Go ahead and hold tight to those, and you can throw them in the chat, or just wait. We'll have some questions afterward as well to clarify any concerns. All right, looks like we got some thumbs up. Everyone good to go on this one? Perfect. So investigate the problem, kind of just hit on it right there. Just 2 genuine questions about the issue at hand. So, hey, how old is it? And, the what do you like question may be better for when you're there at the house. But just 2 general questions just to show that we care about, their issue at hand and showing some empathy. Go ahead and go to number 4 now. 1 through 10. So this one's a little bit longer. So I'll give you guys a little bit longer and write this one down. So the 1 through 10 is just evaluating the customer's concerns about the COVID. You're going to run across some people that are a 1, and you're going to run across from people that are a 10. And no matter what, we're just setting the expectations on what our safety level is going to be. So with the 1s, you definitely don't want to, we don't want to shame them or anything like that. You just acknowledge it and say, yeah, I get it, man. Who knows what's true, or whatever a good alignment statement would be. And then just roll into, well, here's what we're going to do, which is going to be the next step. If you have a 10, then you're going to be able to elevate that and say, perfect, we completely understand, that you're operating at a level 10, so are we. Here's what we're going to do. So either way, this is just setting up the precedent for what we're going to be doing as far as our safety protocols. We'll go ahead and roll to number 5. What's up?
Hey, Zach, that last part on there, must tell me, is that supposed to say must tell them?
Must tell me like if I'm encroaching. So it's part of the safety greet.
Oh, okay.
So you must tell me if. Yep. Awesome, guys. So yeah, so the safety protocol. This is basically just our safety greet, just rolled into one box. So just going through, explaining every process that we're going to be taking, and going from there. Well, this one's pretty straightforward. We'll go ahead and go to number 6, which is going to be our how much we're going to be utilizing Zoom. It was a little lengthy, so I'll give you guys about 45 seconds to write this one down.
Hey, Zach.
Yes, sir.
Would there be any way that you could possibly like put these all into one and email them to us?
Absolutely. Yeah. So you guys don't worry if you don't quite get them all jotted down. You'll be getting these resources.
Okay, great.
Thank you. All right, guys. Thumbs up. We're good on this one. Perfect. So how much Zoom? Basically, after the safety protocol is going to be just asking the customer, well, how much Zoom do you prefer? We can do this throughout the whole call, or we can, end this here. So depending on their level of concern, you might get more Zoom, you might not. So this is really just going to set the precedent for how we proceed with the call, so that everyone's on the same page. And then from here, you're going to roll right into your traditional greet. So for the plumbers, I know the HVAC guys and everyone's greet's a little bit different. So this isn't taking place of the greet. It's just going before the greet before you guys get to the home. So I don't want to muddy the water there. So, all right, guys. So like I said, don't worry if you didn't get all that stuff down. We will be getting you those resources. So in a moment, I'm going to go ahead and demo it with one of you guys. So who would like to be my customer? Go ahead and raise your hand or just hop on and volunteer. Chris, I guess you're unmuted, so I guess you're the lucky one.
Let's do it.
All right, man. So this is essentially right when I get my dispatches, we're making this call. So I got my dispatch, ding, ding, ding. I'm going to go ahead, type in the link to the Zoom, shoot you a text, and then we'll pop up in Zoom, and we're here. So, hey, you must be Chris?
Yeah. How's it going?
Hey, Chris. Doing well, man. I'm Zach with Radiant Plumbing and Air. How are you today?
Doing all right, dealing with the craziness.
Yeah, I hear you, man. So just to let you know, I'm exactly 20 minutes away. I just typed in your GPS. Do you have a quick second to talk?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, perfect. Just want to get it. Yeah, we all have a lot more time. There's no doubt about that. Just want to get a quick game plan going on. We're going to be wearing a lot to get there, so I wanted you to be able to see our face as well. So I know we got a lot more time, but how are you guys holding up during this time?
Pretty well, still got a job, so it's not as bad as it could be, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, definitely feel for some people out there that don't right now. Have you noticed any positive outcomes this whole time?
Yeah, it depends on if you take it as a positive, but more family time.
Yeah.
little too much kids.
The first week I was loving it, man. Now me and my daughter are like this, so we'll see. Yeah. Spend some more time outside, that's for sure. Well, awesome. So it looks like, Chris, we're coming out to take a look at your water heater. What can you tell me about that?
Well, the thing just hasn't been, it's been getting hot, but it makes a lot of noise up in the attic. And we're kind of scared of that thing coming through our ceiling.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's in the attic, it sounds like.
Yeah, it's right above the master bathroom.
Oh, wow. Man,
yeah.
Okay. Do you know about how old it is?
I think it's original to the house, so probably like 11 years old or so.
Okay, 11 years old. Got it. Okay. Great. So one question, we'll definitely address that once we get out there. One question I've been asking all my customers, we have anywhere from a customer from a level 1 where they're trying to give me a hug all the way to a level 10 where, they're super high health risk. Where do you find yourself, in that spectrum following the recommended protocols?
Well, because my family's going to be here too. I would probably say like a 5 or 6.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so we're going to be operating at a level 10 regardless. But we just like to get a feel from our customers. That way we know, how to customize this call for you.
Yeah.
So we're going to be wearing masks, shoe covers, gloves, safety glasses. We disinfect everything, in between calls, all the tools that we're be using. And then, so the most important thing though, that we will be doing is safe social distancing throughout the call. So if I encroach in your space, you must tell me and I will do the same. Does that sound like a plan?
Yeah, sure. Do we as customers need to be wearing anything?
If you feel like you need to, we're not requiring it, but if that made you feel safer, then absolutely, you're more than welcome to.
And you might not be able to hear me in a second. The garbage truck is coming. Hold on 1 second.
Oh yeah, no worries, man. Yeah, no problem. Definitely understand. So basically going forward, I know you're at a level 5. We can utilize Zoom as much as you want. I've had some customers, go out back or go on the porch and just, we go through the house and kind of show them everything, or we can do this in person, whichever is preferred for you.
Honestly, yeah, in person, I'm not too concerned about it, to be very honest with myself. So yeah, when we're chatting about it, it can be face to face.
Okay, perfect. That sounds great. That works for me. So we'll go ahead. Like I said, I'm about 25 minutes out. Don't anticipate traffic getting any worse on me. So we're going to go ahead and we'll see you in about 25 minutes.
Cool. That sounds good.
Thanks, Chris. All right, guys. So that's just a quick example. And then again, from there, we would go ahead and actually set the agenda with the greet. So that doesn't take place of the greet. It just goes before. So this is our initial contact with the customer. So in a moment, we will be heading into breakout rooms one more time to practice this. So I'd love you guys to really try to get as many rounds of this in, because I know it's new, and the best way for us to start retaining stuff is to practice it out. So we going into breakout rooms for essentially 20 minutes. So make sure if you guys go through it each, go again until the time's up. And then we will go ahead and whoever has be the guy who goes first, and then just go ahead and rotate.
Hey, Zach.
What questions do you guys have?
We've got, there's going to be some triads in some rooms. So
okay,
just know that you'll have to take turns around, because I can only do 50 rooms and we need 56.
Perfect. Okay. So yeah, if there's 3 in a room, just go ahead and rotate however you guys choose.
Hey, Zach, I got a quick question.
Yep.
You keep on saying after this, we do our normal greet.
Yes, sir.
Do you mean through Zoom or at
yes,
the
sir.
door like we normally do?
Yeah, through Zoom. I didn't skill role play just because, I know we all know the greet. But essentially right after the, how much Zoom do you prefer, then here's what we're going to do. We're going to look at your immediate issue, and then boom, you roll through it right there.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep. Gus, I saw your hand go up.
Yeah. So I just had a question. So after the Zoom thing, then we go straight into the greet. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yep. For this practice, don't worry about the greet. We're just focusing on getting this portion done. But yes, essentially that's what will come directly after that.
I have a quick question, Zach. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Go ahead, Woody.
So this is on Zoom. That greet that you just talked about is on Zoom, right?
Correct.
So how do you get to the Zoom bit? I think you went over it before, but just as a clarification, how do you get the customer to be on Zoom in the first place?
Absolutely. That's a great question. So dispatch is going to prep them. The CSRs are going to prep them. From there, you guys are going to text them and email them the link once you get dispatched. So once you get the dispatch, hop in Titan. I just copied the email directly from Titan and then pasted it into the Zoom app. And then from there, they're going to be ready for it. If they don't answer right away, then I would call them and then do the live transfer over.
Okay, so we are not prepping, we're not texting, we're not calling. We just text them the link, and that's it.
Exactly. Yep. I would text an email because you might get some customers that are doing it from their desktop.
Sure, yeah.
So that way you make sure you cover both avenues.
Okay.
Yeah, great question.
What are we doing about older customers who probably may not know how to use that?
So all of these customers are going to be prepped by CSRs. They're going to be asking more questions. Have you used this before? We might come across some people that have never done it, so we might have to walk them through. But that's just going to show that much more level of service. So. And like I said, guys, we are going to have a breakout room after this. So If you have any burning questions, then bring them up. But if not, we'll go ahead and debrief afterward as well. So let's just focus on practicing this greet and nailing it, and we'll see you guys in about 20 minutes.
Dude, guys, this is a zoo doing the rooms, dude. I'm telling you, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts.
You're killing it, like on fucking point, like really
Thank
well
you.
done. Yeah, no,
Appreciate
just
it. Thank you.
super tight. Super tight. Now, those questions from Woody came from not reading the Star Wars beginning, right? So you covered it. He just wasn't, he didn't engage.
Yep.
Super interesting stuff. There's so much more for us to drill into this. Each square has a lot of engineering behind it. The ETA is purposely there to make a commitment and then fulfill it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So we haven't even talked about that.
Yeah.
So once we declare an exact time and we fulfill on that, so like Keith's going to open the doors at 7:39, right? It's a weird number, and he opens the door at exactly 7:39. So you're showing integrity. I said it and I do it, and it's subliminal, but people all their trust level is elevated massively with precision.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So that's,
I love that.
yeah, that's why there's this little nuance worked into every single block that's just building up who we are. So they all need to know to take that wicked seriously. And then the other one that I think is a really fine distinction is looking at the really nailing the problem. Like, what's going on? What do you got going on over there is total bullshit. Like saying, I see you've got a leaky faucet. Tell me more. So they could totally botch that if they're being lazy. They need to have done their homework and be prepared to fill in that blank.
Yep, that's true. Yeah, that's a good catch, because I may have even went down that route when I would role play that. So that's a good catch.
No, you did it perfect.
Okay.
You did it perfect. I just know what the guys are going to do.
Yep.
Yeah, and then the 1 to 10 is obviously we've gone over that 100 times. So yeah, calibrate to the customer, and then the key takeaway. If we created a facilitator's note for this, my key takeaway from 1 through 10 is understand and align. We're going to understand where the customer's at and then align with them.
Yep.
And so that's the goal of that. And then obviously the 5 and 6 are pretty straightforward.
Yep.
I think the way you did this Zoom, we watched the replay on this, but the wording kind of made me not want to Zoom very much.
Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of like this over the top option that we could do. That's kind of how it felt.
Okay.
It's so interesting how little bitty word shiftings take you to a different space. And so in the past, I've heard you do it, and it was more inviting. So we need to just investigate that and get some understanding.
Absolutely.
I think kind of celebrating the virtues of Zoom, like that we can show you the options on your device and screen share and show you pictures of any of our findings, might help to elevate the why the Zoom is a powerful tool.
Okay. And highlight a positive aspect.
Yeah, and then it makes it easier for you to review your options or pictures. And then I can screen share and show you some things that I found. That's might be a better setup that. And some of our customers choose to even do the whole call with Zoom. So I would kind of suggest we're going to be using Zoom and we can even do the whole call on it. I think that would get you more participation.
Okay. That sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that would be the one that I definitely did not stay on par with, but that makes sense though. They're almost shying the customer away from Zoom at that point.
Just that time, it was just there was some little tweak in it. And if we go back and look at it, we'll find it. It'll be like 1 or 2 words that just kind of made this. It's crazy, dude. You start getting really precise with language and
absolutely,
it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, I just noticed myself like saying extra crap that I'm like, you don't need to say that. Like, remove it. So
yeah, it's really interesting, dude. Well, super fun. I'm really glad to have built this.
Yeah, it's been amazing.
Gotten to be on the journey. It's been super fun.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. This is definitely been a growing stage, which I enjoy.
Cool. Well, I was scrolling through while can't remember what stage I was at. When you were skill practicing, everybody was really, really focused, and it just felt a general positive vibe of where everybody was at with it. So
Okay, that's great.
yeah, I think we got a pretty good sense of enrollment. Without you didn't sell it. We didn't even sell it. We just showed it. They sold it to themselves with the virtues that they found, and they don't even see all of them, the virtues, but they get it.
Yeah, that was a kind of cool. I know on the takeaways, the first three guys kind of hit it right on the head, which was awesome to hear.
I wrote them
That's
down.
cool.
Understand the issue, gauge the customer, positive outcomes, alignment, urgency level, personable, small talk.
Yep.
Yeah, it was cool. I was like, oh, there you go.
Yep.
They can see
That's
it.
awesome. Exactly. Very cool.
Zach,
All right, looks like we got everyone in here.
was that you jamming Disturbed?
Oh yeah, Brad was playing it, but yeah, we'll like it all types of music. Awesome guys. Well, I hope that was went well, and yeah, we're gonna go ahead and roll into a brief out with your direct manager. So if you guys have any questions, concerns, that's where you guys can handle those. Go ahead, Renee.
I was gonna mention something on number 3. We not discuss with customer, and we're not asking questions about what's the issue, because we know what's the issue already. We just basically tell them we know exactly what we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great point for the installers, just to say, here's what we're here to do. Absolutely.
Yeah. Number 3, we basically know what we're doing. We're not asking customers issues or anything like that, because we already know that we're replacing.
Absolutely. That's great. Thank you, Renee. All right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and roll into breakout rooms. Just wanted a quick debrief and just really know that we've been testing this and it's been going really well. So that's why we're ready to roll it out to you guys. This is really you're going to have a lot of mass time during the call. This is going to really remove that and be able to really connect the customer up front, and so that we're not showing up to the door like Darth Vader. So I really am excited for you guys to get out there and start rolling this out. So please know that it's been tested and it works, and it's super helpful. It's going to benefit you guys substantially. So you guys have a great day out there, and we're going to go ahead. Your individual manager will probably have already shared a link to an additional Zoom, so break out there. And let's go ahead, 2 clap. Boom. Boom. You guys have a great day.
You guys have a great day. I love you.